Did you know that the fast fashion industry produces 10% of global carbon emissions? That's more than all international flights and maritime shipping combined. Every second, a garbage truck full of textiles is dumped in landfills or incinerated. This isn't just a statistic, but it's a crisis that's affecting our generation's future. And that is why we created Closet Conservation, an app that utilizes community and AI to help individuals reduce their clothing waste and consumption of fast fashion.
Our motivation for this project came from personal experience. So, during a recent visit to my family in India, I saw firsthand the devastating impact of fast fashion waste. Mountains of barely worn clothes, cluttered landfills, showing me a global crisis that starts with our local choices. Here in the Bay Area, we noticed a recent trend, being that while many teenagers like us have closets full of outgrown or unworn clothes, traditional solutions still aren't working. Thrift store prices have skyrocketed, making them less accessible than fast fashion, and 50% of donated clothes still end up in landfills. Meanwhile, resale clothes or resale apps like Depop have become increasingly expensive, which pushes people back towards these unsustainable fast
That's why we
fashion.
created Closet Conservation, a solution that makes sustainable fashion accessible and engaging. But it's more than just a trading platform. It's able to track the environmental impact of each exchange, reduce waste towards thrift stores, make ethical clothing consumption accessible to everyone, as well as building a fashion community that's not based on consumerism.
Start now. So first, the app needs to learn my personal clothing choices. So I'm able to pass or heart clothes that I would like. So I can pass this, and over time, it would learn my clothing style, the clothes that I prefer. So once I get to a certain number, then the AI will take in all of the images and clothes that I like, and it'll generate a custom feed based on all the uploaded users' data um, and all their uploaded clothes. And these are all the clothes that I can trade for, and it's of the same type that I liked. And down here, I can see my sustainability impact. So I've already traded with some people before, and you can see in real time how much impact I've actually created by trading these clothes instead of buying them from fast fashion. So let's say I really love this hoodie. I can go ahead and click it and see that Alice Johnson is trading it. And I really love this. I can go ahead and trade for it. And I can upload a picture of my clothes I'd like to trade for Alice's hoodie. And let's say I have this hoodie. Then I can request a trade to Alice, and then Alice will get this trade request where I want to offer this hoodie, and it also calculates on the fly the estimated environmental impact that this would have by trading as opposed to just buying it new. So I can hit accept trade, and then it gives me Jane's contact information so I can talk to her later and set up this trade. And now I can be certain that I have saved 5 kilograms of CO2 and a little bit of water as opposed to um, going to fast fashion and burning a bunch more resources. Let's walk through the technology that powers closet conservation. We built these using modern web technologies that are structured in 4 key layers. Starting off with our user interface layer, we use React.js with Tailwind CSS to create a responsive and user-friendly experience that works across multiple devices. In our services layer, we're using Node.js on the backend, and it's hosted on Amazon EC2, which gives us reliable scaling. And our real magic happens in the AI ML processing layer. So we're using TensorFlow and Google's Vision API to create a custom model that can automatically identify different clothing types, analyze the condition and its style, and match users with clothing options that they'll actually love. And this means that you won't need to endlessly scroll anymore, and you have a feed of everything of clothes that you actually want to wear. And finally, we have our data persistence layer, which uses MongoDB for storing user profiles and clothing data. And we also use Firebase for real-time messaging, such as notifications, and Redis for keeping everything really, really fast using caching.
Closet Conservation isn't just an app, It's a blueprint for how Gen Z can transform clothing consumption. Starting right here in San Mateo County, we can create a model for sustainable fashion that could spread across California and beyond. By keeping clothes in circulation longer, each trade on our platform saves 700 gallons of water, 1 pound of CO2 emissions, and prevents one more piece of clothing from sitting in the landfill for over 200 years. Every piece of clothing saved is a step towards a more sustainable future. Thank you.